Welcome back to The Grind for a little guide on the Cosmic Eclipse side quest. Now we're going to take a look. Each of these has different rewards, so you want to take a look at the rewards in each one before you commit to the quest that you're going to take, because they're not in the same order as they were listed on the forums post where they listed out quest 1, quest 2, quest 3 all the way to 6. So just go in, view rewards, and double check which quest it is, and each one has a different set of fights. Now I believe that the fights and the nodes are going to be the same every day, but since we haven't had a full 24 hours or more than 24 hours of it yet, I can't say that for sure, but we'll see tomorrow what it looks like, or today I guess, once it refreshes. So I'm going to go into the tier 5 basic one that gives also a tier 1 alpha. We're going to take a look at these fights. Now unfortunately, before I did these fights, I did not preview all of the quests, so I can't look at the nodes for all of them. But I will do that once it refreshes and I can get another key. Now, this quest has Energizer on the first two fights, and then the last fight with Symbiote Supreme has a lot more nodes, improved power gain, enhanced bleed abilities, and we have Prey on the Weak, so if you trigger buffs, he'll get power as well. Then he has Rage, so if you do too much damage per hit, you'll eventually make him unblockable, and then we have Aspect of Evolution as well. Now, for this quest, having power control champions is very useful. The first two fights, it doesn't matter quite as much, but the last fight against Symbiote Supreme, there's a lot of power potentially to be gained there, so you really want to be able to lock that down. So I brought in Dr. Doom and Magic, and they're going to work pretty well. And this first fight, actually the first two fights with Energizer, it's not so much power gain that it makes it impossible to play. It actually is kind of helpful to have increased power gain because you can easily push them over a bar of power, and if their special attacks are easy to evade, then you basically have free ways to punish. You don't have to worry about intercepting or taking block damage. You just do basic 5-hit combos, push them over a bar of power, bait out a special attack. And that's what I'm doing here, just to showcase that with Dr. Doom before we put him into the Doom cycle. Because not everyone has Dr. Doom. Mine is at rank 3, so there is that benefit that I have as well. But doing this regular playstyle, Doom doesn't have that much damage, and so you can do this with any champion. 5-hit combos, push them over a bar of power, and bait out a special attack. If they play a little bit defensive, push them over 2 bars of power, and then bait out a special attack. But now we're just going to go and put him into the Doom cycle and finish the fight off a little bit quicker. Now, I'm not going to play the whole clip because it is a little bit long, and we don't need to waste time, but there was a nice 19,000 critical hit on that last hit there to finish it off. Now, the next fight is with Ultron. Thankfully, it's not the OG Ultron, so Dr. Doom's not going to have him healing back energy damage, but we do have to worry about the evade that is random. So you do want to play cautious with that, and that means if you are using Dr. Doom, you're going to want to be careful when you go to your Doom cycle, because if you do a typical Doom cycle, you're going to end up, having the chance of him evading with 3 bars of power, and that's definitely not something you want to do. You can definitely play this fight the same as I showed you against Sunspot, where you just push him over a bar of power and bait it out. Ultron has a very easy to evade special 1, and with Energizer, it's very easy to push him over a bar of power, as long as you're watching out for the evade. So potentially you want to bring an evade counter, but if you just play cautiously, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. And with Dr. Doom, you can parry, do 3-hit combos, and then throw your heavy attack because it stuns passively, so he won't be able to evade your heavy attack. Now, when we go into the Doom cycle, after we come out of the special 3, it would be most effective to start with light attacks while he's stunned, because that will allow you to guarantee some power drain before he has a chance to evade. Now, we're gonna, Ultron, no, so we didn't do that. Dr. Doom was like, hey, let's just go ham, and it didn't turn out well for us because he didn't want to listen, apparently. I actually just forgot to, I was thinking about it, and then right as we came out, I just reflexively went to medium attacks, and therefore we didn't manage to steal power. But thankfully, Dr. Doom, at least at rank 3, well, Dr. Doom in general is very tanky, so we didn't have to worry about that too much. So thankfully, I survived with quite a bit of health and finished off the fight without too much difficulty. Now, the next fight, we're going to go in with Magic first, and once you get to your special 2, you can lock the power down because it power locks them. You also get some power steal, so you can very easily build up back to your special 2 and just continue the power lock. So Magic is a great champion to counter this fight against Symbiote Supreme. I used to play Magic a ton, like 4 or 5 years ago, before I quit the game, and I was very skilled at stand-up intercepting against the wall and backdrafting. And I don't know if it's the AI of Symbiote Supreme, but having some backdrafting issues here. But we did manage to land maybe 50% of our stand-up intercepts, but we were still able to lock him down and keep his power down at 0. And we did some backdrafting, but eventually we messed up a little bit, got clipped, and took some damage and died. So we had to finish off the fight with Dr. Doom. But we're going to watch a little bit more of this clip with Magic so you can see what the rhythm is like once you can get into it, where you're doing some intercepting, throwing off the special 2s, some stand-up intercepts. We didn't land that one there, but then you can get into a rhythm. I think we're going to get into a rhythm pretty quick here, where we throw off the special 2, land a stand-up intercept, and backdraft for a few cycles of this so you can see the rhythm of it. And there's a nice clean stand-up intercept with a backdraft, and then we're going to backdraft again, and then eventually go into another special 2 here, and then follow that up with another stand-up intercept. So that's the rhythm with Magic. If you can get into that rhythm and not make any mistakes, it's probably ideal to do light intercepts when you backdraft so that you have time to recover if you happen to miss it. Now, I'm just going to show finishing off with Dr. Doom. I did make a few mistakes in that fight as well, so I did lose some health, but any power control champion is ideal for this final fight. And keep an eye out for more videos on the other quests. I'll do a review of them all when I can preview them, and I might do a run through each of them at least once this month. So keep an eye on the channel for that if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and I hope to see you in the next video.